Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Sports Talk with JWock. We are now on to episode 28, which I kind of lost count of for a while, but we're back with that. And today we're going to be talking about the NBA preseason power rankings and just basically the top 10 teams going into the 2024-2025 NBA season. So make sure to stay tuned. Hello, and once again, welcome back to episode 28 of Sports Talk with JWock. We're back onto some NBA episodes because guess what? The NBA season's starting up soon, and I'm getting excited. I don't know about you guys, but the preseason's been kind of kicking off, and it's time to start doing my power rankings. Obviously, hopefully, I can start doing more power rankings like midway through the season and then going into the playoffs. But these are my opinion. Once again, this is my opinion. It's what I think. If you think differently, that's totally fine. Because guess what? That's what an opinion is. It's my opinion of what I think is the top 10. You may have a different, and we may disagree. But if you do disagree, feel free to comment down below who you think are the top 10 teams. And also, have you liked and subscribed yet? If you haven't, it's pretty easy. You just hit the red button to subscribe and then hit the thumbs up button to like the video. And before I get into this, I just want to say all my thoughts and prayers are out to everyone in Florida and just North Carolina and everybody that's been devastated by this hurricane. My thoughts and prayers are out to you guys, and I hope you guys can stay safe throughout these tough times and remember that God has everything under control. But let's get into these power rankings for the top 10. So at first, I'm just going to kind of name the top 10, and then we'll kind of get a little deeper into why I think these are the top 10 teams going into the season. So this is not based off of, conferences or anything. This is based off of how I think they will perform this season and how dangerous they look as their rosters are shaped right now. So, and it'll be kind of be fun because we could see at the end of the year and see if I was even close or not. But let's get started. So number 1, I have the Boston Celtics, obviously back-to-back champs. Then we have not back-to-back champs, the reigning NBA champs. Then number 2, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. Number 3, we have the Denver Nuggets. At number 4, we have the New York Knicks. Number 5, we have the Dallas Mavericks. Number 6, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. Number 7, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. At number 8, we have the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 9, we have the Sacramento Kings. And number 10, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. So let's kind of go from the bottom up now. Let's, I gotta explain my answers or my choices here, I guess you could say, because some of you may be already trying to click off of the video because of how awful you guys might think my power rankings are. But let's start. So at number 10, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's a couple teams that could have made it. The Golden State Warriors, the Phoenix Suns. There were even the Miami Heat. They definitely could have been some honorable mentions. Even the Orlando Magic for sure. But I think this Cleveland Cavaliers team was severely underrated last season. I think they were just really injured last year. We saw some lingering issues between Jared Allen. We saw some with Evan Mobley and stuff. If they can fix that and they could be healthy come playoff time, this could be a dangerous team because, we saw them. They were competing for the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference last season. I have no reason as to why they can't climb the power rankings come the middle of the season and the end of the season. So that's why I have the Cleveland Cavaliers at 10. Then we have the Sacramento Kings at 9. This Kings team has made some pretty good acquisitions this offseason. They've added DeMar DeRozan. I also like them drafting Devin Carter, a kind of a player that I wanted the Bulls to draft. But overall, this Kings team is going to be good. I think De'Aaron Fox is going to take it up another level. Domantas Sabonis is a great big man that can also, he's kind of like a point forward. He can literally be in that Jokic kind of role where he's playmaking and being a main ball handler. Now, he's not Jokic good, but he still can fill in somewhat of that kind of role. Then at number 8, we do have the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've dropped significantly. I think trading Karl Anthony Towns was kind of a mistake, but I do also think it was a good thing. They've added more depth, but now they have less star talent on the team, which could cause them to struggle a little bit at the start of the season at least, and that's why I have them low. I think they will prove me wrong, and then they will be in the top 5 for power rankings by even the middle of the season. But they've got to prove me wrong. Can Anthony Edwards truly lead this team and be a top team in the Western Conference still, as they were last year? But they had, obviously, Karl Anthony Towns. So we'll see how that's going to work out for them, but I'm excited to see how they're going to play for sure. Then at number 7, we have the Philadelphia 76ers. Some people might rank them higher because of the acquisition of Paul George. They've also added some good players. I believe Caleb Martin was an addition. Andre Drummond was an addition. Some really good pieces. They also drafted Jared McCain. Who knows how he's going to end up turning out, but I don't know. Like, this 76ers team hasn't proven anything. Joel Embiid has not proven that he can make it far in the playoffs right now. He's gotten injured a lot as well, so that's also a big concern. Can Tyrese Maxey continue to play up to that elite level of basketball play? Like, we've got to see some things from the Philadelphia 76ers, or at least I do, to be able to put them up higher in my power rankings. So next up, at number 6, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. This Bucks team, the reason why they're not higher is because I think their depth might be lacking a little bit. I mean, it's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad, but I think they might be lacking a little bit of depth. And also, like I said, injury concerns. I mean, we've seen injury concerns from Giannis from the past couple of years. We've seen injury concerns from Chris Middleton. And who knows if Dame and Giannis can truly play well together. I think they can. And I think this is going to be a sneaky, dangerous team. They could very well be the number 1 team in the East. But they have to prove it to me. And as of now, I have to put them at 6. But I'm not saying that this is where they're going to be by the middle of the season. I think they could be top 3. Believe it or not. Next up, we have at number 5, the Dallas Mavericks, the team that made it to the NBA championship for the Western Conference. They've added Klay Thompson. I don't know, like, Luka Doncic is going to have himself a shooter on his team now with Klay Thompson. He's going to get a lot of more assists. Klay's going to have a field day if he can shoot well. Like, Luka's going to get him open shots, and even if, like, let's say there's a defender that's guarding Klay Thompson tightly because they know he's a good shooter, that's going to give open shots to either Luka, that's going to give open shots to Kyrie Irving, and potentially lobs to Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford, and even PJ Washington's going to get open shots. So Klay Thompson's addition has been great, but I just think these next 4 teams are just better than them roster-wise as of now on paper. So next up, at number 4, we've got the New York Knicks. I think this Knicks team has been, making a ton of moves, obviously, this offseason and even the trade deadline, adding OG Anunoby. And then in the offseason, they added Mikal Bridges and Karl Anthony Towns. They've also done some other acquisitions, but those are like the main ones. This Knicks team has to come together, and I don't know if they can. We've seen decent play from Karl Anthony Towns in the preseason when it comes to the stat line for scoring, but his efficiency has been very low. I think he went 1 for 7 the other night from 3, so that is a big issue for Cat. And if he's shooting like that, that could be an issue, especially when it comes to the regular season, when they have to play against, the main rotation for other teams as well. Jalen Brunson's going to be a sneaky MVP candidate this year, but I just think, once again, these next 3 teams are just better teams as of now. At number 3, I've got the Denver Nuggets. They've dropped a little bit since last year from a lot of people's power rankings, but I don't know, like this Nuggets team, they're going to be good. I mean, we saw Westbrook. I think he looks good. I think he fits well with this team. I still think Russell Westbrook gets unnecessary hate for absolutely no reason. I think it's just because he played on the Lakers. When you play on the Lakers, you're going to get hate because the Lakers don't know how to use their players properly. We've seen every single player from the Lakers that's left start to turn out like into an actual quality player. It's not a coincidence. It's just the Lakers organization does not know how to work with players. But anyways, the Nuggets are going to be good. Obviously, you have Jokic and Murray, an amazing 2-man game. And then you've got great supporting cast, like I said, Westbrook. But you've also got players like Christian Brown. You've got Michael Porter Jr. You've got Aaron Gordon. You've got a bunch of pieces, even Peyton Watson if you want to consider him. this Nuggets team is going to be dangerous. They could very well be the best team in the NBA by the end of this season for sure. And they are going to be competing for another championship. I could see it happening. At number 2, we've got an up-and-coming team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. I think this Thunder team is very sneaky good. They've made excellent additions. I absolutely love the additions they've made this offseason. Adding Alex Caruso, it's not good for me. It makes me sad as a Bulls fan that we had to get rid of Caruso, but Caruso is going to be such a good player for them. He's going to be the Swiss Army knife for that team, and I'm really excited to see how he's going to play alongside players like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren, along with Jalen Williams, who's also an up-and-coming star. But then we got the number 1 team. If you don't know who it is yet, I don't know what to tell you. It's the Boston Celtics. The reigning NBA champs. I have to put them there because they won the championship. I think the Thunder are a better team, maybe, as of now, but this Boston team, they really didn't lose anything. And they still look like they can be a dangerous team coming into this season. And I don't know, man. This Boston team, I mean, they've got defense, they've got offense. I don't know what to tell you. Like, this team still looks dangerous, and they're going to be competing for another NBA championship come this springtime, or spring/summer, I guess you could say, when it comes to the playoffs. So, I mean, I'm excited to see how Boston bounces back after, or how they can play after having a shorter offseason, obviously, since they won the championship. But I think this Boston team is going to be dangerous. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode. Bit of a shorter episode, but thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. Next week, I'm not sure what we're going to talk about. If you guys have any recommendations, whether it's something like an article I could look over or something, let me know. Comment down below and let me know what I can do. If you haven't liked and subscribed on the video, hit the like and subscribe, please. It really helps me out. And comment below maybe what team you think is going to be a sneaky NBA team going into this upcoming season. And also share this with others. I like to be able to reach out to everybody. And yeah, that's all good. And then this week, I'm not doing NFL picks on the video. I will be posting that on Instagram. I don't know if I will tonight, which is Thursday, so you'll already have seen it if I have posted it. But I will be posting my NFL picks for, I believe, week 6. Might be weeks. Yes, I believe it's week 6. So if it's not, oh well. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. I appreciate all of you guys. I hope you have an amazing week. God bless. Have a great week.